the grinding halt. A sickening jolt ripped through me. Glass pressed into my stomach, my back. My thighs were wedged, screaming against the metal frame. I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. My lungs seized. This was it.
Trapped.
Panic exploded. Hot, sharp, blinding. David's face. Sarah's.
Distorted through the glass.
Horror etched on them. Wide eyes. Staring. At me. Muffled murmurs began. Outside. People were stopping.
Turning. Pointing.
They would see. Everyone would see.
The shame.
A hot, scalding flush across my face. Just weeks ago. A library door. A cafe door. A quiet walk through a park. Effortless. Unthinking. Invisible. Now this. A glass cage. My own personal hell. On public display. Could I even fit? I asked David, my voice small. He put a hand on my arm, squeezing gently. Let's see, love. We can always just look. Or maybe there's another way. Sarah, ever the optimist, chirped. I'll ask. Surely a big building like this has a proper accessible entrance, right? She darted inside through one of the rotating panels. She slipped right through, of course, all quick and light. My envy was a bitter taste. A minute later, she was back, looking a bit deflated. They said the wider, automatic doors are out of order today. Only staff can use the side entrance. This is it, Michelle.
Her smile was wobbly now.
My heart sank lower. This was it. The moment of truth. My throat felt tight. I don't know, David, I whispered. It looks so tight.
He squeezed my arm again.
We came all this way, honey. For Sarah.
And for you.
We can try.
Slowly.
If it feels too much, we stop, okay? No pressure.
No pressure, he said.
But the pressure was immense. It was the pressure of all the eyes, all the whispers, all the judgment I imagined. It was the pressure of my own disappointment, of letting Sarah down, and the pressure of the 300+ kilos I carried every single day. I took a deep breath.
Okay.
One foot in front of the other. Literally. I waddled slowly towards the gleaming glass structure. It looked even smaller up close. Like a trap. David was right behind me, his hand on my back, a solid presence. Sarah hovered nervously nearby. Okay, I muttered, mostly to myself. Just go slow. I faced one of the compartments. It seemed to mock me with its narrow opening. I lifted my heavy leg, pushing my hip forward, trying to ease myself into the space. My stomach pressed against the glass. My rolls spilled over, brushing the metal frame. I took another shaky breath. It was a tight squeeze. Really tight. But I was in. Mostly. David gave a gentle push from behind, helping me shift further. You're doing it, love, he encouraged. I was fully in the compartment now. My back was pressed against the glass behind me, my front against the glass in front. There was no room. None at all. My thighs were squashed. My breath was shallow. But the door started to move.
Slowly.
A heavy, grinding sound. I could feel the slight turn. I was moving. Success? Maybe. My heart pounded. Then, with a sickening jolt, it stopped.
Completely.
One moment I was inching forward. The next, a sudden, jarring halt. I was wedged. Solidly. My stomach lurched. The glass was pressing in on me from both sides. I couldn't move forward. I couldn't move back. I was trapped. Panic flared, hot and sharp. My breath hitched. David, I gasped, the sound muffled by the glass. It stopped. My voice was shaking. My hands, sticky with sweat, pressed against the glass panels, but they were solid, immovable. Through the glass, I could see David and Sarah staring, their faces pale, their eyes wide with dawning horror. I was stuck, in the middle of a public revolving door, just like my worst nightmare, the glass cage. And now, the whole world would see. The whole world would see. That phrase echoed in my mind. For years, I had worked so hard to disappear, to become invisible. It started slowly, the weight creeping on. almost unnoticed at first. A few pounds here, a few more there, then dozens, then hundreds. I'm only in my early 30s, but I felt like I was already gone, buried under layers of fat and resignation.
I used to be bright, smart even,
Full of ideas. I loved to laugh, to explore. Now, I just navigated the cramped aisles of the office, trying not to brush against anything. My high-rise desk job felt like another cage, just like this one, only bigger, monotonous, demanding, each day blurring into the next. My apartment, my little sanctuary, it became my prison too, a place where I could be truly alone, away from judging eyes, away from the world that seemed to shrink around me as I grew bigger. I felt unfulfilled, a shadow of my old self. And now here I was, not invisible at all, trapped, on full display. The shame was a hot flush across my face. Even through the glass, I could hear a faint murmur starting. People were stopping,
pointing.
My chest tightened. It wasn't just David and Sarah anymore.
A small crowd was gathering. Cars were honking.
The flow of people through the lobby entrance was grinding to a halt. My breath was catching in my throat. I pushed against the glass again, but it wouldn't budge. My fat pressed against the cold panels. It felt like they were shrinking, squeezing me tighter and tighter. My heart hammered. This couldn't be happening. Not here.
Not now.
I closed my eyes, wishing I could just melt away, disappear. But there was no disappearing anymore. Not for Michelle Dawson. I was here, stuck. And everyone was watching. This wasn't just about being stuck. It was about why I was stuck. The real reason. It wasn't just the door or the size of my body. It was everything that led to it. Every bite, every tear, every moment of quiet despair. How did I even get here?
To this place.
To this weight. This shame. It started, truly, about 2 years ago, when Grandma passed. My Grandma Ruth. She was my anchor, my lighthouse. She always knew how to make me laugh, how to make me feel seen.
Loved.
She was the one who listened, really listened, without judgment. When she was gone, it felt like a part of me went with her. A huge, gaping hole opened up inside me. A void. The world felt quieter, colder. My job, already just a way to pay the bills, became utterly meaningless. Staring at spreadsheets felt like staring at my own empty future. Nothing sparked joy anymore. Nothing felt right.
I tried to talk to David,
but he just didn't get it. He'd pat my hand, tell me I'd be okay. But I wasn't okay. And I didn't feel like I ever would be. Then I found it. The one thing that offered immediate comfort.
Food.
It was always there. Reliable. No questions asked. A tub of ice cream became a hug when I needed one. A pile of chips, a friend that never left. Delivery pizza, a warm blanket on a cold night. It numbed the sharp edges of grief. It dulled the ache of loneliness. It filled the void, temporarily. Each time, that brief moment of peace would fade, replaced by a crushing wave of guilt, disappointment in myself, self-loathing. And what did I do then? I ate more, to push that feeling away, to quiet the nasty voice in my head. It became a cycle, a vicious, endless loop. Eat to feel better, feel worse, eat more to feel better again. Each pound was a layer of protection, or so I told myself. A barrier between me and the hurting world. But it was also a prison, one I built for myself, bite by bite. And now here I was, on full display, the ultimate consequence. The shame wasn't just a flush. It was a searing burn. This wasn't just a revolving door. It was a mirror, showing me everything I'd become, everything I'd hidden away. Everyone was watching. Watching Michelle Dawson. The woman who couldn't even fit through a door. The woman who ate her grief into a trap. My heart pounded, not just from the exertion, but from the raw, exposed fear. It was all out there. My secret. My weakness. My entire, heartbreaking story. For everyone to see.